Why does owning a car suddenly start feeling expensive, even when nothing major seems wrong? You're driving the same car, following the same routine. Nothing dramatic has changed. Yet somehow, fuel feels heavier on the pocket. Small repairs show up more often, and maintenance costs keep increasing quietly. At first, it feels confusing. You start thinking, is my car getting old? Am I just unlucky? But here's the truth most drivers miss. Cars don't suddenly become expensive. They become expensive slowly, through small habits, repeated every day. Most people don't notice these habits while they're happening. They only notice the result, when a big repair bill suddenly appears. But experienced car owners don't think like this. They don't wait for problems. They prevent them. Here are 10 smart car maintenance habits that keep your vehicle reliable and save you from unnecessary expenses over time. Number 10. Follow a maintenance schedule instead of waiting for problems. Most people treat maintenance like a reaction. Something breaks, then they fix it. But cars are not designed for that approach. Every part inside your car has a predictable lifespan. Engine oil slowly degrades. Filters slowly clog. Fluids slowly lose effectiveness. Nothing fails instantly. That's why service schedules exist. They are not random. They are based on how parts wear over time. When you skip scheduled service, the car doesn't complain immediately. Instead, internal wear begins quietly. Old oil increases friction. Dirty filters restrict airflow. Fluids stop protecting moving parts properly. For weeks, maybe months, you feel nothing, but inside, damage is building layer by layer, and one day it shows up as a costly repair. People think they saved money by skipping service. In reality, they postponed a small cost and created a bigger one. Smart car owners don't wait for failure. They follow a system where failure becomes unlikely. Number 9. Pay attention to unusual sounds. Your car is always communicating, but only attentive drivers listen. A healthy car sounds consistent. The moment a new sound appears, something has changed. A slight ticking noise, a faint brake squeal, a low vibration at certain speeds. These are not random. They are early-stage warnings. For example, brake squeal often means pads are wearing thin. A knocking sound can signal internal engine stress. A humming noise may indicate worn bearings. At this stage, the problem is small. Fixing it is simple, but most people ignore it because the car still works. That's the mistake. Because small mechanical issues don't stay small. They spread. A worn brake pad damages the disc. A loose part affects nearby components. And suddenly the repair cost multiplies. Experienced drivers don't wait for loud problems. They act when the signal is still quiet. Number 8. Maintain proper tire pressure. Tires don't just carry the car, they directly affect your money. Even a small pressure imbalance creates hidden costs. If pressure is low, more surface touches the road. Friction increases. Engine works harder. Fuel consumption rises. Tires wear from the edges. If pressure is too high, grip reduces. Ride becomes unstable. The center of the tire wears faster. The tricky part is pressure doesn't stay constant. Weather changes affect it. Time slowly reduces it. So even if it was perfect before, it won't stay that way. Checking tire pressure takes just a few minutes, but it improves fuel efficiency, increases tire life, and reduces risk. A small habit with continuous benefits. Number 7. Replace engine oil on time. Inside your engine, metal parts move at high speed. Without protection, they would destroy each other instantly. Engine oil creates that protection. It reduces friction, controls heat, removes dirt and particles. But oil doesn't last forever. Over time, it becomes dirty. It loses thickness. It stops protecting effectively. When oil is not changed, internal friction increases. At first, damage is microscopic. You won't hear it,
You won't feel it, but slowly it builds. Performance drops, heat increases, wear accelerates. Eventually, it leads to serious engine damage, and engine repairs are among the most expensive. All of this from delaying a basic oil change. That's why disciplined owners never skip it. Number 6. Don't ignore warning lights. Modern cars are full of sensors. They constantly monitor internal systems. When something goes wrong, your car tells you through warning lights. But many drivers ignore them, especially if the car still feels normal. This is risky because warning lights don't appear at the beginning. They appear after the system detects a problem. For example, low oil pressure can damage the engine quickly. Battery warning can lead to sudden breakdown. Temperature warning can signal heating risk. Ignoring these signals doesn't delay the problem, it allows it to grow. Checking early keeps repairs small. Waiting makes them bigger. Number 5. Keep the cooling system healthy. Your engine generates intense heat every second. Without control, it would fail quickly. The cooling system manages this heat. Coolant absorbs heat and carries it away. The radiator releases it. But this system depends on maintenance. Coolant breaks down over time. Hoses weaken. Flow becomes less effective. If heat is not controlled, the engine overheats. And overheating is one of the fastest ways to destroy an engine. It can cause permanent internal damage. Most people check coolant only after overheating happens, but by then, damage may already exist. Regular checks prevent this completely. Number 4. Drive smoothly instead of aggressively. Driving style quietly decides maintenance cost. Aggressive driving increases stress everywhere. Hard acceleration strains the engine. Sudden braking wears brakes quickly. Sharp turns stress tires and suspension. Over time, parts wear faster than expected. Smooth driving does the opposite. Gradual acceleration reduces strain. Gentle braking extends brake life. Stable speed improves efficiency. It doesn't feel dramatic day to day, but over time, the cost difference becomes clear. Same car, same road. Different habits, different expenses. Number 3. Keep the car clean. Cleaning is not just visual, it's protective. Dust and moisture slowly damage paint. Over time, this leads to fading and rust. The underbody is even more vulnerable. Mud and water stay trapped there. This creates long-term corrosion. Inside the car, dirt also causes damage. Dust affects electronics. Dirt wears down surfaces. Regular cleaning prevents this slow damage. It also helps maintain resale value. A clean car is easier to maintain. Number 2. Use quality parts and fluids. Cheap parts feel like savings, but they rarely last. Low-quality oil breaks down faster. Low-quality brake pads wear quickly. Poor filters fail to protect properly. This creates a cycle of repeated repairs, and sometimes damages other parts. Quality components last longer. They also protect the systems around them. Spending slightly more once often saves much more later. Number 1. Don't postpone small repairs. Small issues feel safe to ignore. The car still runs. Nothing urgent seems wrong, so the repair gets delayed. But mechanical systems are connected. A small issue affects others. A leak spreads. A weak part creates extra stress. Over time, the problem grows, and what could have been a simple fix becomes expensive. Fix early, small cost. Delay, big cost. This habit alone decides how expensive your car becomes. Bonus tip: build a habit of regular inspections. You don't need to wait for problems. Checking regularly prevents them. Every few weeks, just observe oil level, coolant level, tires, brake feel. Even basic awareness helps. Professional servicing adds deeper inspection. Early detection saves money and prevents surprises. Owning a car doesn't have to become expensive. It's not about luck, it's about habits. Change one habit and cost starts reducing. Change several, and the difference becomes obvious. Comment which habit you're starting with. Subscribe for practical and realistic vehicle guidance. And thank you for watching. See you next time.